Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Dragon Quest XI. In our last video, Sylvando saved Prince Ferris, and he is confessing that he had us do all the hard stuff in his life.
Ferris, look at me. The burden that was placed upon you, it was more than any boy could be expected to bear. It is I who must apologize, not you. But rest assured that I have learned my lesson. I will not make the same mistake again. And it seems you have learned something too, despite your protestations. The bravery you showed was worthy of a true knight. Sir Hendrik will be happy to take one such as yourself under his wing, I am sure. Your dream will come true at last. I am so pleased for you.
Hendrik? Wasn't that the name of the guy who was chasing us?
Ah, but I am forgetting our guests. Father, these travelers came to Gallopolis in search of the rainbow. It is a royal treasure, of course. But surely you agree that they have done more than enough to deserve it.
Certainly. But my boy, I sold the rainbow to a traveling merchant.
What? What would compel you to sell one of our most precious treasures?
Are you blind, boy? Did you not notice the grandeur with which we celebrated this year's Sand National? We made a sacrifice for your sake.
Father, I...
Forgive me. All I can tell you is that the merchant to whom I sold the rainbow headed west towards Gondolia. This letter will grant you passage through the checkpoint that leads there. Perhaps someone can tell you what became of the branch.
Alright, we get the Sultan's letter.
Ow! 1,000 pardons! I did not know that the rainbow was no longer in the kingdom. Truly, I did not. It is scant consolation, I am sure. But please, take this. Its value cannot possibly compare, but it has been prized by generations of Gallopolitan knights. It allows one to provoke distant foes into combat, and is an excellent way to gain battle experience. Or so I am told.
Okay, so we receive a crack-shot crossbow. This thing is weird.
You have done our kingdom a great service. Should you ever need our assistance, you need only say the word. And as for me, I will be sorry to see you leave. But I am sure there will be other kindly travelers along soon enough. Yeah?
Yeah, they kind of make themselves out to be jerks at the very end. But, so the crossbow allows us to antagonize foes from a distance. You essentially can shoot enemies in the world map, and they'll come running at you. It's great, I guess. Now, if we talk to this guy, is it a crack-shot crossbow you have there? You must be him. The one I've been looking for. You must be the crossbow kid. I am Bo, but most know me as the crossbow crackshot. If there is one thing I love, it is crossbows. In fact, in my efforts to share my love of the world, I have hidden targets all over Erdrea for just such as one as yourself to practice your marksmanship on. So, dearest crossbow kid, what say you? Are you ready to embark on an adventure that will take you around the world to put your skill to the test? Yes. I knew you would agree. I could feel just how much you were itching to make good use of your trusty crossbow. But before you run off to begin your adventure, let me explain the basics. The rules are simple. In each of the several regions of Erdrea, 5 crossbow targets have been hidden. Your task is to seek them out and shoot them down. In each of these areas, one of my apprentices, Bodkin Bowyers, all will be waiting, usually at a nearby campsite. Once you have put an arrow into each of its targets, speak with them to claim your prize. So remember, if you see a target, put a bolt in it. If you're not sure where to start, there are 5 targets located in the Galapagos region. Shoot them all down and talk to my apprentice at the campsite. Anyway, enough chatter from me. Go forth, crossbow kid, and face your destiny. Prove your mastery by taking down each and every target. And have fun, I know you will! This is a huge deal. The rewards for this are so cool. Well, I mean, it's not so much that they're cool. They're pretty standard. But they're seeds. It's 5 of seeds for each of them. It's amazing. Ah, good day to you. Does your presence here mean that you have brought me a golden globule? Yes. By the sands, a golden globule, it is not so much more charming than any ordinary cactus, and its texture appears to be perfect. This will make for a most satisfying cutlet indeed. Perhaps I should sample a small piece of it raw. Oh, it's so rich and juicy and so very sharp, just as a cactus should be. My cactus cutlets will soon taste better than ever. Of that I am absolutely certain. 1,000 thank yous, friend. You've improved the lives of cutlet lovers everywhere. Please allow me to give you a little something in return. The Trickster. Golden globes are not the only rarefied form of regular monster. Seeking others out would provide you with valuable experience, I'm sure. So we got a Trickster, which is an item that allows us to be tricky. But that's one less quest. So one of the things we should do is go to the door, because the thing's gonna happen, I'm sure.
At last! I was beginning to think you had snuck out through the stage door.
Huh?
Oh.
Hey!
You again? What do you want this time?
Hey, yeah! Ta-da! Oh, don't be coy, darling. I want to come with you, of course. You should never have told me about your heroic quest if you didn't want me to tag along.
What are you talking about? You can't just decide to come with us. This isn't a game.
Believe me, honey, I know it isn't. I've seen my fair share of fun and games on my travels. What kind of jester would I be if I hadn't? But I've seen tragedy too. People attacked by monsters, all kinds of awful things. You know, my dream has always been to build a wonderful theater. Somewhere I can put on performances that will make millions smile. But how can I do that if this dark one of yours is going to be out there making people's lives awful? What I'm trying to say, darlings, is that we all want the same thing. So you see, I have to come with you. Oh, don't all squeal at once now.
See, that's the fun thing about Sylvando, is that he's, like, confident enough in himself to be ridiculous in the face of danger.
This guy really doesn't take no for an answer, huh?
Guess I'm part of the gang now. Yay! So, tell me, what's our next move?
Well, to get to Yggdrasil, we're going to need the Rainbow. And it seems that a traveling merchant has taken it to Gondolia.
Gondolia. But honey, that's a port town. He's probably hopped on a boat and set sail by now.
That's true. Well, then we'll have to buy tickets for the ferry, and...
The ferry? Please, darling. We don't have time to be riding the ferry with the little people.
Well, what's your bright idea then?
I was thinking a ship of our own might be more chic, no? And luckily for you, I happen to have picked up a lovely little number in the end of season sales.
What? You've got your own boat? That's amazing! You're going up in my estimation by the minute.
You'd really be willing to let us use your ship, Mr. Sylvando?
But of course, sweetie. That's what friends are for. And guess where the old girl is docked, hmm? No? Why, Gondolia, of course! Lucky! So what are we waiting for? The ocean beckons, shipmate! Westward ho!
The name of the most controversial Atari game ever. Okay, so let's now blah blah blah. We have too many people, so we could change the lineup now. That's all I was saying. I'm not going through it because it's not important. I mean, it's important. It's a huge game mechanic. Check this treasure chest one more time now that we have Sylvando in our party. I mean, it's still gonna be open and empty. Huh. Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot I can do about that. Oh, I wish we could go in there. So, I don't know, maybe I screwed the pooch on that. That's not a thing I can do anything about. So, the south campsite is the one closest to the exit. Now, one of the things is there are these... I don't know where all the targets are around here, but I know where some of them are. And maybe I should have done that first. If I was gonna bother with that, I should have made it apparent right away. Because they're actually closer to... There's like one hanging in a tree somewhere, and... There's one up here, I think. But... Because we really should look them up and get them while we're here. That's the issue with them, is that they're... The rewards are awesome. But they could be anywhere. You know, that's the problem. Unless you know exactly where they're at, they're tiny. But I remember this area has one hanging in a tree. See, so the cursor appears above these guys because we can shoot them with the crossbow. But again, since I don't know where the targets are... I'm just gonna zoom back to the campsite, and we can always zoom back here and get the targets after we get to Gallipolis, because Gallipolis is gonna have a lot of stuff to do. And if we see any, we'll take care of them. But we're gonna have to make a video where we just go around and get them. And then this guy has a quest for us. Greetings, traveler. My name is Hakim. Please pardon my impertinence, but I assume you are making the journey to Gondolia. If so, I have a favor I would like to ask of you. I have a sister. You see, her name is Akia, and she works in a bakery in the city. It seems she's been very busy of late, and she has been unable to come home and visit as a result. As such, I have written her a letter. Unfortunately, I am not permitted to leave my post. Would you be so good as to deliver the letter to Akia on my behalf? And yes, you will. Oh, praise the sands. Only one with a truly kind heart would agree to assist a stranger in this manner. Here's the letter I'd like you to deliver. I do not need to tell you this, of course, but its contents are very important. Do not lose it, please. Akia works in a bakery in the northwestern part of Gondolia. I would be most grateful if you would deliver the letter to her there. Alright, a lovely letter! Beyond this checkpoint lies the Laguna di Gondolia. Only those who with express permission from His Excellency, the most exalted Sultan, may pass. Do you possess evidence? Yes. Well now, let's see. Yes, this is His Excellency's seal. Then you may pass. Once you have left the checkpoint and passed through the cave, you will arrive in the Laguna di Gondolia. It is a lush and bountiful region. Continue along the road and eventually you will come to Gondolia itself, the world's greatest trading post. I wish you a safe journey. Okay. Into a loading zone. That's where we're actually going. Into a loading zone. And then we'll have a new map. And new stuff. New sparkly spots to check. New campsites to stay at. Okay, so this is what a target looks like right here. Here's a target. Boom. We shot a target. It's shot. It's done. And it looks like there's a sparkly spot over here. Right, wasn't that what it was just telling us? Sparkly spot over here? Here it is. Handful of glass fruit. And then that should be it in this area. Just avoid these snakes. Go over the stone bridge. Oh, that's actually the way to advance. Okay. But then there's a campsite we can warp to here. And then this is our little guy who will, like, tell us, my bow, this is, many like it, there are, but mine, this one is. My best friend, my bow is, my life it is. Master it, I must. Tell us of you, the master does, a promising young sniper. He claims you are. But just how many of the targets that hide throughout this region can you hit, I wonder? 4 more. Yeah, see, he'll tell us how many. And we'll rest here. Till dawn. This is our last save file to overwrite. So once I get to Gondolia and overwrite this again, I'll be done playing for a while. Okay. Climb up that cliff now. And some of these targets are really rough to find. This one particularly, I know that there are... Okay, this one's... This whole area is weird, isn't it? If I remember correctly. So wait a minute, we have sparkly spots here as well? Oh yeah, 3 of them, and we're gonna have to get... One of them is this tree. But it's not even that. We have to find one of these guys that's glowing. Hit him. Beat him up. Midnight Hork Knights? Is that what that said? Midnight Hork Knight. She's poisoned! 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 Unfair.
I hope this helps.
Okay, we killed the shiny one. And there we go. So now, riding this guy, we can go over to these islands, which is huge. A seat of skill. In this game, they only give us 1 skill point. So that's to be noted. Celestial Skein. We're gonna check all these little areas off to the side because they're fun. Okay, well, we can't continue that way while mounted, so we'll dismount then. I said dismount. Dismount. It's kind of disappointing that that's the way that works. Okay, so now what do we have for question mark sparkly spots? There's a couple in this next area. And that's fair, I guess. Huh, there are enemies over there. Oh, that's... Right, what I really want to look at, though... Hey, a cow! Can it tell the weather? It can. This is not what I want to look at. I want to look over here. Well, there doesn't seem to be anything in that little area. I mean, it could be wrong. I'm probably wrong. And then each kind of these platforms we have to watch out because this is where we're going to see targets. There's 2 of them in this area. I know that for a fact. I'm gonna like run along the outside here. Keep our eyes peeled. Okay. So, when we come back, more of this. Bye, everybody.